My name is Jim Estes, and today I'm going to talk about a drill that I think is extremely important for the swing plane. So what I want you to do is, and this, by the way, is going to give you an instant understanding of exactly the feeling you want to have in the golf swing. Take a club. You can put a rod, alignment rod, in the grip, or I'm sorry, in the butt end of the golf club. Take the golf club, turn it like you're going to hold it, and then what I want you to do is take that club, put it right against your left hip, so you're holding both clubs here. Now you've got an alignment rod on the ground and a golf ball, and what I want you to do, getting into your good posture position, your weight over the arches, feel balanced. The insides of the heels are going to be about the width of your hips. Take a swing back, slow motion, and trace with that alignment rod the target line all the way up. The shaft should be parallel to your target line at the top, and then slowly coming down, trace the line. And do this in slow motion. Right into the impact position. So this is a great feedback tool, visual feedback tool for learning the proper swing plane. Go right to your impact position. I encourage you to do this drill in slow motion, and if you have 5 minutes a day, if you do this drill every day, I guarantee you're going to improve your golf swing. So again, I think you'll find this to be extremely helpful. JimEstesGolf.com if you have any questions. All right, so there's a couple things. This girl's about your build. She plays on the LPGA Tour. You know, I'm not sure what her name is. Chen. Something Chen. I don't know. I'll look at it. What's that?
You just pull some random person.
No, this comes with the software. All right. So here's how I want you to set up to the ball. Everything I'm saying is recorded. To get in the proper setup position, you slide your hands down your thighs till you reach the top of your knees. You're pushing your hips back as you do that. And then drop your hands under your shoulders. You have the proper amount of knee bend. Well, that looks good. Your knees should be right over the center of your feet. Pretty much the top of the knees should be over the middle of the arches of your feet. You know what the arch of your feet is? It's right in between the fifth metatarsal. This is the big toe. It's right in here. Right in there. Alright, so that's where your weight should be. And you two are almost the same build. That's why I picked her. Alright, there her club's going back right on the shaft plane. So there's a couple. This line right here is called the shaft line. This is called the elbow plane, and then there's another plane called the shoulder plane.
Before we only see shaft plane, never see elbow and shoulder plane.
Yeah, the shaft plane, elbow plane, and the reason I have a box here is because I want to make sure I monitor how much your pelvis moves. Now in your swing, your pelvis moves into the ball, but that's okay because you're using the ground, vertical force. You're pushing up, so you're generating speed because you're very small still, so it's okay. I like your backswing. The club goes a little bit to the inside. You see how it goes inside a little bit there? So my preference would be to have the club go back a little straighter, like hers. That's easy to do, Emma. All you have to do is keep your hands, this angle in the back of your left wrist should never change. See how I took that club back? So if the end of the club points at my belt buckle, when I take the club back, it's still going to point at my belt buckle because my hands are in a cast. Touch my hands. Put your hands on my hands. Yeah, right there. Now just go like this. All right, now feel this. See how my hands didn't move? Mm-hmm. So what you're doing is that. You see how I move my wrists? I don't want you to use your wrists yet. You're going like that. So, see where your club gets in behind your hands there? Notice how her club head is more in line with her feet. You see that? So
you said you don't want her to use her wrist yet.
Right, not yet. I don't want to.
So there is some time, at some point she will.
Yes, the club will get, when it gets parallel to the ground,
okay.
Then there will be a hinging.
Okay.
She's just bending her wrist a little bit, that's all. That's okay, it's minor. She's still got a very good swing. I like what she's doing here. That's a nice position at the top. Now this girl goes up higher with her hands. That's okay.
Yeah, but usually people were saying you're not supposed to go like that. You should like.
Well, I mean, it's a personal preference. I mean, there's different ways to do it.
Yeah.
You know, it's not an imperative, but you're right. I mean, my preference would be her left arm to be a little lower than that. But she's playing golf for a living, so she's doing something right. It's really more important how the club comes down here. You see how it stays in the cone there?
Yeah.
See, so now the shaft is pointing right where that ball, parallel to the, see how she has a stick on the ground? That's what you need to have in your bag, right? To practice alignment. All right? And your club is doing the same thing. It's coming down nicely right in here. That's perfect. We don't want to change any of that. Yeah, it's perfect. And your pelvis hasn't moved much toward the ball. But now you're gonna push up. See that thrust? You get power by pushing off the ground, which is good.
Is that good? Because some people say you're not supposed to.
I know. It's okay for young girls.
Okay.
She's only 12. When she gets, 13, 14, 15, 17 maybe, when she's fully developed, it's okay.
But there are a lot of bunch of 12 or 13. Okay, you can say I'm mean or whatever, but that's what some coach was saying. Her problem was.
Well, that coach, I
I
disagree with that coach, and here's why. She's not fully developed. Once she hits her growth velocity and she's fully developed, then we can worry about stabilizing her pelvis. But she needs that for power right now. She's not fully developed. She's going to be tall as you, maybe taller.
I hope so.
I know so. I look at the size of her hands. Put your hand up. It's the same size as mine. She's going to be taller than me.
Okay.
I'm not kidding. I've been doing this a long time. I can tell when someone, yeah. Anyway, so this is a good swing. It's not too different. I mean, if you look at impact here, the club, your lower body, Emma, I want your lower body more rotated than her. You see how her hips are turned a little more than yours. But we're okay. It's okay for right now. Your shoulders, they're not turned as much. You can see more of her back. So you're rotated less from the trunk, but you hit the ball straight, so it's okay. There's more than one way to do it. It doesn't have to look exactly like her. Alright, we made a grip adjustment too. I want you to make sure you remember the grip. Look at this girl. Now this girl I like, Chella Choi. She's got a really good grip. I want you to watch her grip and her swing. She's got excellent fundamentals and she's really good. This girl, June Tarnigan, she's Thai, is another one I'm going to show you. But there's the grip I want you to have. So the crease right here, you see how her right thumb is to the left side of the grip. That's what I want. And you can see her setup with the driver. The ball's going to be up in her stance, off her left shoulder. Really good backswing, shifts her weight, good impact position. Good swing. And this girl is a rookie, June Tonigan, Araya. She's really strong, hits it a long way. She just won 2 weeks ago for the first time. Really good golf swing. So, impact, we want that left arm to be nice and straight. Good extension.